Okay. So let me just do a couple things. I gotta share and do all that fun stuff. And then we'll be ready to go. Okay, so that's done. And- Oh, Austin, already here. Cool. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, there is a ton of stuff going on right now. So let me just finish sharing all this and then we can get started. How have you been doing? Oh, cooking dinner. Okay. Oh, what are you having? Let me get back to my, hold on. One sec. All right. This is getting started. And Zoom. Okay. All right. So we've got some things to talk about. It's been busy. It's been hectic, but you never know it based on what we see on YouTube because apparently there's only one thing going on right now. And I will not say it at this point. I'm really trying to avoid it because everybody's so burnt out on it. Even though it seems to be such a popular topic, uh, nobody wants to hear about it. And it's just like, are we all like forcing ourselves to like hate watch this stuff? Like, are we just like, do we feel compelled? I don't know. Um, it's is it like an annoying song on the radio that you're forced to listen to at work every day? So just as like a coping mechanism, you learn to love the song, so that way it doesn't drive you crazy. Is that what's happening? I don't know. I don't know because everybody's like, please make it stop, uncle, uncle, no more. But that's what gets the clicks, doesn't it? It gets the clicks. It gets the clicks. So everybody wants that Jerry Springer shit. Everybody wants that Jerry Springer type atmosphere. It's like, ooh, this person said something about this person, and they're fighting, and there's a feud, and there's a beef. And it's not just with the most recent topic. I mean, we can get into this. We're talking what Antifa, Proud Boys, men, women, abortion, all these wedge issues, right? All these different wedge issues just to get people going and riled up and angry, and we're all pissed off. I get it. Like it's bad right now. I get why people are pissed off completely. And especially, when somebody because of this comes at you with some um, just saying a lot of like ignorant or hateful things, right? That it's really easy to get wrapped up in all that. But I feel like we've lost sight of what's important right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we got so wrapped up in all this Jerry Springer shit that we forgot that there is a guy literally bringing together the most powerful, wealthy people on the face of this planet in order to create a new corporate global governance. That's what's happening. Klaus Schwab didn't just put everything on hold so he could watch the Jimmy Dore TYT drama unfold. He didn't. He didn't put a pause in it. That's still going on. The vaccines are still happening. All of this is still happening. The Great Reset is still in full effect, going stronger than ever now that everybody's so far up Jimmy Dore's ass that Klaus who? Klaus who? It's really unfortunate. Now, I get it. I can't say that I've been perfect at this, right? Because I've weighed in on it, a time or two, just behind the scenes. I'm not going to devote my channel to it, but if it comes up in conversation, I'm asked about it, then yeah, I'm going to chime in. But I just don't know how many more times we can hash this out, and especially when Jimmy Dore is literally giving every single content creator the same interview, no matter what. No matter what. He has his script and he's going to stick with it no matter what, no matter who he's talking to. So you can just keep going back. If you watch one of his interviews, you've watched them all. So don't bother. It's really not worth the time. So that's all I'm saying. It's like we could just, I'm just thinking, and even before all this, we were time critiquing him, which I get the importance of. But when it falls on deaf ears, does it matter? When the person that you're critiquing doesn't care what you have to say, you're like screaming into the void. So yeah, you can go ahead. I guess if it makes you feel better, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just so, I'm scrolling through my news, my not my news feed, but my subscription feed. That's all it is. It's all it is. It's all it is. I should, what my background should have been, the Jerry Springer stage. Maybe that would have. So, I'm starting to think that maybe that's the context I should put every one of my videos in, is how does the Great Reset relate to Jimmy Dore? Okay, so what's Jimmy Dore's role in the Great Reset? Well, let me tell you about it. Okay, since that's the only thing anybody cares about. Okay, I'll put it in context of Jimmy Dore. So Jimmy Dore went on and said that he wasn't allowed to talk about these things. So if that's the context, he's going to lay back and let it happen. If that's what y'all want to hear about, then that's what it is. That's his role in it. Jimmy Dore doesn't give a shit because he's not allowed to talk about it. There you go. There you go. So he doesn't care what's happening. He doesn't care what's happening with the Great Reset because he's not allowed to talk about it. He's not allowed to talk about the vaccines, even though he's got express permission. So what is it that he's not allowed to talk about? Well, the fact that we will own nothing and we will like it. The fact that BlackRock is buying up realty at a crazy rate, especially in Texas. Farmers are being paid to destroy their crops. The fact that now they're going to go door to door to evangelize the vaccine. That's what's happening. Now they're going to go door to door because they haven't gotten enough people vaccinated. And how does the vaccines tie into all this stuff with the Great Reset? Well, in the jobs reset section, every single video that was put out about the jobs reset at the World Economic Forum stressed the importance of everybody must be vaccinated. The vaccinations are key to their jobs reset program. So if this is this is not something that we should allow, right? I am not a guinea pig. Neither are you. I don't care what opinion you have on abortion. I don't think that you should be used as a guinea pig. I don't care which side of the Jimmy Dore feud you're on. Put it in those terms. I don't care what side you're on the Jimmy Dore feud. Okay. I don't think that you should be treated as a guinea pig in a science experiment. Okay. Since everything has to be in the context of Jimmy fucking Dore. So there we go. No matter what your stance, you shouldn't be treated as a guinea pig. You should not be injected with an experimental shot. There. Sorry, I actually feel like y'all get this, but this is all I'm bombarded with. And I'm sitting there and thinking about the hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of quality time. Because I value, I have boundaries, okay? Y'all have boundaries. You should have boundaries. It's healthy, okay? There has to be a point where we say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable. What I have to offer the world is important and worthy. And what you have to say and do is more important. Like he's had his time. We've devoted the time to him. Okay. Like there's been no shortage of time devoted to Jimmy Dore. So at this point, I think that we just need to value ourselves and what we're doing a little bit more than what he has to say, which is the same thing that he said before and before and before. That's all I'm trying to say. You know, yeah, I heard him out. We all did. We all did. But at this point, we have to move on. We cannot just dwell on the same issue day in, day out, over and over and over. And it's okay if you've got something like people are devoted to certain causes, right? You know, and I get the importance of that, and that's great if that's what you're doing, building something, working towards something. But this useless, at this point, useless drama, what are we getting out of it? Does it make us feel good? I mean, is that what it is? Like we could just like hate on TYT or hate on him, or I mean, like what is it that we're getting out of it at this point? Because we've had the debates about men and women in the workforce. We've had, what's appropriate. Okay, dress codes. We have gone at this from every possible angle. We've had all the conversations. I do not think this is a dead horse that has been beaten to a pulp. That it beaten so much that it's turned into glue. That's where we're at. We're not even beating a dead horse anymore. It's already turned into glue. It's done. It's done. Oh, this has just been building up for a long time. Because just when you think that it's done, it's dead, it's buried, it just comes back to life. Kyle Kulinski puts out a new video, or Anna Kasparian says something new. It just reignites it. And I'm like, oh, just stop. Could they just shut the fuck up? Let them sort it out amongst themselves. Okay? Like that's where I'm at. Like let them sort it out. I just don't care anymore. Because I just can't. Billy Streams is just loud at Austin City Limits. That's Dan L. Values. We got boycott banks and plastic cards. I like that idea. The real war is governments versus citizens. Exactly. Exactly. Look, there's a lot of people in this world I don't like, and there's a lot of people in this world that don't like me. That was boycott banks and plastic cards. That's who said it. Yeah. So anyway, there's, that can go either way, right? We're not all going to get along. We're not all going to like each other. We're all not going to agree on things. But here's, I think that I would say the 99% of people would agree on is that these people have way too much power and they're abusing it and using it to oppress us. And that, hey, fun idea. you don't have to like somebody or agree with them on everything in order to work with them. Because I guarantee y'all have all had jobs. Did you like every single one of your coworkers? No, you just showed up and did the job and then went home. Yeah, that's how all this works. That's how it's going to be. If we're all looking for this kumbaya, everybody gets along, everybody hive mind gets along, agrees on everything, it ain't going to happen. We're never going to win if that's what we're waiting on, because we just like the drama too much. We just like the Jerry Springer shit too much in order for us all to get along. So yeah, yeah, I don't care. I mean, look, I'll tell people, I'm like, look, I can't get along with you. I don't agree with you, but I'll tell them too. You're not my enemy. You're not my enemy at all. My enemies are at the top. They're behind the scenes. So, I mean, I feel like I've already dedicated too much time to the drama shit on here, but I just had a vent. I just had a vent. Hey, Josh. Um, yeah. But that being said, it's kind of hard to sift through all this to actually find some real decent reporting anymore. I mean, like, I do understand that the act of criticizing or critiquing people that have these large platforms with all this power, and and you feel like they're using it inappropriately. I get it, totally get it. But that's only like half of what needs to be done. The other half, I would say, is promoting people that do excellent work. The people that are out there actually doing the hard work, that often go unrecognized, whose work is often stolen and misrepresented or misused, or uh, attributed to people that didn't do it, right? I mean, you've got Vanessa Beeley, Eva Bartlett, Whitney Webb, Robbie Yeager, Slow News Day, Convo Couch, Roar Media. All these people are out there still talking about actual things. And I know I'm leaving people off, Franco for the most part. Oh no, I love Franco. I do. I was a little disappointed with the way that Jimmy Dore brought his energy into that today. But yeah, Jimmy Dore just ran over. It was just awful. Jimmy Dore, that is. Franco's just a sweetheart. And, anyway, I'm not gonna get in all that, but I'm just saying, look, it's hard. And they're all getting drowned out by all this other shit. So, and then of course you've got people out there that are trying to get that Jimmy Dore interview so bad that that's all they're doing and that's all they care about, and they're grifting for that interview. And it's look, here's the thing, he's not going to promote your channel. He's not going to say he's going to go on your channel. He's just going to show up and do it in secret. So and then dip out. I mean, you'd be lucky if he actually said he was going to be there. But most of the time, he doesn't promote when he's going somewhere. So even if he does stop by, I just don't see what people have to get out of this to have the same interview as 20 other people at this point. He's whatever. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this has all been bombarded with, and so now this is like everything that I'm seeing, and that's all the things that it's so frustrating. I just miss the news. I miss us talking about, like, I'm tired of like assholes, getting all the attention. I'm tired of like the squeaky wheel getting the grease. You know what I'm saying? Like, before we started down this path, I feel like a lot of us were talking about productive things. We were talking about like plans, like how can we, change things? How can we prevent the Great Reset from happening? How can we free Julian Assange? People out there that are bless their hearts, still trying to do it, but nobody cares what they're doing anymore. And it's just like, I just felt like we were all working towards something. It just evolved into like this ugliness. And I think we're better than that. I know we're better than that. I know that we have more to offer than that. I mean, we just had the home run for Julian Assange, and I mean, myself included, I didn't really report on it that much. I mean, I might have said something here and there about it, but I didn't do any videos on it. It just came and went. So, things are slipping through the cracks, is all I'm trying to say. There are real events, things that are going on. The world is still continuing, and for us to put everything on pause to focus on this stuff we are letting things slip through the cracks. Important things that have to be done. And I just think that we should be focusing on that. That's all. So, I mean, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, you can't even say like one little thing. I mean, not even anything. Ugh. Julian Assange gave us the direction in 2010. Yes. And here's what I'm saying. We need to embody those values, because if he's sitting in prison and we're not still continuing the fight for free speech, for journalism, then what's he doing in jail? I mean, what are we doing? I mean, we have to pick up the fight where he left off. And that is the core right that all of our other rights hinge on. If you want to protest, if you want to even have a conversation with somebody else, it's not even about people in the political sphere. I mean, if you're just a regular person talking to somebody else and saying, this whole thing with the way we do our healthcare system, it doesn't make sense. Is that hate speech now? Is that economic terrorism now? Because you can't even say that or have a conversation with friends and family or make a Facebook post or a Twitter post or a tweet, without using that right. So if we just let him go to prison, we can't talk about any of this stuff. So yes, we should fight very hard to get him out. But also we all need to continue on the fight, because they need to know for every Assange that they lock up, they're going to create 2 more. That's the only way it's going to happen, because they're getting bolder with who's a terrorist, who's a spy, who doesn't get free speech, who's a political prisoner, who's an extremist. It's getting worse, people, and it's because we've let things slide for too long. So I'm just going to wrap this up real quick. I know we've been all over the place. A lot of yelling. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I mean, we need to get serious about using economics, the way we spend, the way we use our money, what little we have of it. And if you don't have money, maybe focus on the way you use your labor and start focusing on that, because at the end of the day, that's what controls every single one of these people is the money. It always comes down to the money. And money is just shorthand for power, right? But that's why we do all this stuff. So I mean, I'm sorry, you can go out there and yell, and that might get attention to, like, protesting will get attention to bring more people in, but protesting without backing it up with some kind of like economic stances is not, it's only half the work again. And it has to be substantial. I mean, it's not like one day of not buying gasoline is going to solve all of our problems. It has to be a substantial. We need to just change the way we live. Change that, because it's not about like one day of action, one day of not buying. It's a lifestyle. It really is a lifestyle. It just like, with health, with your health, you can't just exercise one day and just say, well, I did my work. Oh, I ate healthy. I ate a piece of lettuce. Well, I guess now I can just do whatever I want because I ate that piece of lettuce. That's not how any of that works. It has to be substantial. It has to be a dedicated lifestyle. And the only way to do that is just to know where your line in the sand is. Is like, are you okay with these people, pedophiles running the world? These psychopaths. I mean, it's a death cult. This is a death cult of dedicated to human sacrifice in order to obtain more money. That's all it is. This is a cult of death where they sacrifice human beings for profit. Because this isn't like back in the old days, like you just, chuck a virgin in a volcano to appease the gods. Now they sacrifice homeless people or poor people or brown people in other countries in order to appease the gods of capitalism and profit, to appease the stock market. That is all it is. And it's a death cult. And there's no other way to put it. And eventually we're all going to be the human sacrifice. It's not just that group over there, because after that group's gone, guess what? They need the next group. They need a new group of people. You got to keep replenishing that. That's the problem with infinite growth and infinite profit. So, yeah, that's a lot of information. That's a lot of ideas all packed up into one, but you get what I'm saying. So that's just something to think about until we do our next show, which I'm going to start. I'm trying to do one weekly now. I got way out of the habit. I got really rusty at this, and I got to learn to like re-socialize and like talk to people again. So, because I'm a hermit. I go back into hermit ways. So I'll go into my cave and I'm like, oh, it's been 3 weeks. I haven't talked to anybody. Okay, all right, time to come back out, re-socialize, join the rest of humanity. Because with all this shit going on, you can't blame me. Like, don't y'all just want to do that every once in a while, just kind of drop off the face of the earth? But yeah, so I'm doing that now once a week, at least. And also I have I hate to be like another one of the people out there, like if you want to help the show, you can donate because, times are tough, money's thin. But I do have two ways for you to donate in the description box. And so it's Cash App and Venmo, I think. So there's that, because yeah, it's getting pretty tight out there for everybody. But if you do have a couple dollars, and instead of I don't know, whatever, I mean, I'm not asking for much or anything at all. Do what you want with that information. And also, let me see. Oh, I got something else I got to share with y'all. I'm going to put it in the chat, this one. That was a good idea. Thank you. Where did it go? Hold on. I can't find your link. Hold on. I got a link to share with y'all. Because I'm gonna jump over to James's new YouTube. You know what? Your third one?
Yeah.
Third one, because you had the censorship that it didn't happen under Trump, believe it or not. I know everybody called him the fascist, but I only got your DLive account. I'm looking for your YouTube because that's where we're. Hold on. God bless it.
Send Facebook message.
Not just that's only the DLive. You sent me.
It's both of them.
No, you sent me the DLive twice. Hold on.
It's both of them. It is.
Okay, well, I'm just saying you can
It
look.
looks like D-Live, but it's both of them.
Okay, all right. I see DLive. Yeah, there it is. YouTube. Okay. All right, you were right. You know how easy it is when you're wrong? It's not hard. Not that hard to just say, hey, what's wrong? I'll do it. Yeah, this is his third channel. Yeah. If it pop-ups, okay, here we go. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Which used to be a mod. Oh, propaganda. Hey, see, if we get donating to you enough, you could do what Status Quo did with the interviews, so many stories to be shared. Yeah, I mean, I would love to cover more of the, see, you know, I started out doing that, like covering local stuff and national stuff and then, and international, but it was just like, the problem, like I kept trying to get to the root of the problem, like, okay, well, coal mining sucks. How do I fix that? Okay, well, let's look at what are the causes? Oh, it's this. And then it always leads to like these nameless, faceless group of people that, you know, are, you know, it's just, it always gets so big. So I've kind of lost my way when it comes to reporting on the local stuff, but I really do need to get back into that for sure. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm putting the link because I'm going straight over to Monotalks and we're going to get started over there. He's been very patient.
Finish off the night.
Yeah, we're going to finish up the night over there because we're usually on for a little while. But yeah, just come hang out with us. And, you know, it's kind of like an open, we usually have like an open discussion, you know. Yeah. So if you're, and if you want to come on too, just let us know and we'll get you the link somehow. So anyway, everybody, thank you for stopping by. Check out Propaganda's channel. He's got awesome content. I forgot about, oh, and DJ L7. Which I got to bring him on at some point. Oh, the server monitors here. Cat's new. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here, going over there. So we'll be starting here in just a couple of minutes. So bye, y'all.